Yeah, my name is Rod Best. I went to the game today, Man United City. My grandson is called George Best. He would be, if George Best was still alive, he would be distraught. I mean, Ten Hag, not a clue. Our best
Even
player,
off the back of that, I thought it was actually quite a positive performance.
no, but our best player is Lisandro Martinez. He sticks him at left back. How can you put our best
But
player?
that's cover for Luke Shaw, though.
Yeah, but he's our best central defender. So you stick Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire. Sorry.
You can't put Johnny Evans or Harry Maguire. Let's bring you back into shot around here, mate.
No,
you can't put Johnny Evans or Harry Maguire at left back. Martinez with a bit of pace and also stability there. He's the only option you've really got to put left back, surely.
Yeah, but Ten Hag wants to kick out from the back. You cannot pass to Johnny Evans or Harry Maguire because they won't kick out of trouble. The first time they did with Johnny Evans, he put it out for a corner. Not good enough. Sorry, not happy.
You're not happy with that performance?
No, I don't mind it, but fact is, look, Martinez is key for Man United. He's key for Man United. People forget we were top in January last year. People forget that. Top. Right? And he got injured. Right? He was top. He's played very little games. When he plays, our record when he plays is phenomenal. But what you can't have two rookie players like Maguire.
Maguire's not a rookie. That's quite disrespectful.
No,
Come on.
Not rookie. My point is Maguire. What people that can't run.
Well, you got Mateus de Ligt set to be coming in. Do you feel like that's going to add some more stability to that back line then?
Yeah, fine. Possibly, but the point for me, Martinez is the key. The key. Without Martinez, we're no offence, talkSPORT, but we're always looking at Johnny Evans, Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof. All it is right-footed players that can't play. We're off.
Is there any positives that you can take off the back of that coming into the new season, though? Last question from me. Do you think, from what you saw, it was a good performance over the course of the 90 minutes? You lost some penalties, so what? But from what you saw, Garnacho, Ahmed as well.
You can't win them all, lads, up the Blues.
But do you think the wingers, from what you saw for them today, they have to start on Friday? And if they're kept fit, they could even start for the remainder of the season?
Look, Ahmad is absolutely mustard. So is Garnacho. Look, we've been very, very unlucky with injuries. But the fact is, you can't just keep looking at Ten Hag and going, oh, is that his fault? He hired Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's fitness coach in 2019, and since then we've been shot away. That's fact. 2019, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Since then we've been absolutely shot away. That is not a coincidence. That is not a coincidence.
So you're going to still back the manager or not?
No, I 100% back Ten Hag. I'm Ten Hag 100%, 100%. My problem is I have a very big issue with the backroom staff. Like, obviously, I have a massive problem with.
Thank you for visiting Wembley Stadium.
I have a massive problem with the Glazers anyway. But the point is, we are punching against the tide. We are running against the tide.
What message have you got for the Manchester City fans? Because you didn't hear a noise out of them today, did you?
Nah.
Until that Bernardo Silva goal went in, didn't hear nothing.
The City fans, honestly, they useless. They Sudoku. They complete the Manchester Echo. You get a free ticket. Don't worry about it.
Can't finish our dinner on the plate. I can't say it how many times the FA Cup last season against Liverpool. Rashford, he needs to step up.
He had to bury it, didn't he?
He had to. Just to think we would have been walking away all happy and that, but yeah, it's terrible.
Away from the penalties, did you see more of an identity for Manchester United though?
100%. If you're talking about compared to like the beginning of last season, 100%. We look more structured, and in terms of every start of the season, I'm looking with like real positivity.
Are you positive for the season coming up? Do you feel like Manchester United are going to have that fear back in them? Like Old Trafford's going to be a hard place to go. Fulham on Friday night. Do you actually think top four is a certain for Manchester United this season?
So I don't want to say top four in case I jinx it. But yeah, you saw us in the last FA Cup final. Even our FA Cup final run against Liverpool, in the quarters. Yeah, I mean, if we keep it up, but we struggle with keeping consistent. That's the struggle with it. Every season for God knows how long, we started off slow, brought it up by Christmas. By February, the headlines are saying, "Oh, United underdogs, we're going to win the title," and then we bottle it. We need to actually hit the ground running and keep it that way. Keep the consistency. That's the only problem with United. Sometimes we can play amazing, sometimes we can play like a pub side. As long as we have the consistency, we have the passion, we should do top 4.
You mentioned Marcus Rashford as well, and now we had to bury that chance. Let's talk about the wingers quickly. Diallo, I thought was unbelievable. Garnacho when he came on as well. Are they making a stake that they could actually be the starting wingers throughout the season if you can keep them fit?
See, the last season I was actually Ten Hag out, and my only evidence was the fact he was playing Anthony over Diallo. Diallo's amazing. I know he missed the sitter in the first half, but out of all of our attackers, keep an eye on Diallo. Keep a strong eye on him.
Keep an eye on him.
Keep an eye on Diallo. I don't know why we took him off, but he was like the scariest guy on the pitch for me. Other than Doku, as a United player, Diallo was the scariest, 100%.
Just before the game, it was reported that it's been agreed between Bayern Munich and Manchester United that Matthijs de Ligt will be arriving at Old Trafford. Is that the final piece of the puzzle that you need this season for the defence?
I'm not sure about final piece of the puzzle, but after watching United today, looking at the defence, yeah, you kind of are happy to see it. In my opinion, that's what we needed to focus on the most in terms of our transfers on the defence. Obviously, a bit of our midfield, but De Ligt is like a good name we want. I don't want a youngster. I know we got Yoro in, but I wanted a big name to come in our defence to replace Varane. Him and Licha, they're going to be different. They're going to be different.
Last one from me, mate. Last one from me. Manchester City, from what you saw, do you think that this could be a sort of just like a turning point? I know it's like right at the start of the season right now, but from what you've seen in pre-season and also there today, God, it seems like Arsenal could actually be catching up on them this season. What do you think?
If Arsenal play like they have done for the past couple of seasons, 100%. I do think City were looking a little bit weak. However, every season at the start, City look a little bit weak. There's always questions. Are they going to bottle it? Are they going to bottle it? But, it is every season. They start off weak. By February, they're unstoppable. Like machines, absolute machines.
Manchester City have won the Community Shield, beating Manchester United on penalties. My friend, are you starting to see more of an identity from Manchester United, even though you did lose on pens?
I don't know, they looked a bit sharper in places, yeah, definitely. Struggled today, obviously defence, obviously struggled without all them players out, but yeah, as I think with Garnacho on the wing, a bit more pace and a bit of sort of getting in there and stuck in there, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You mentioned Garnacho there. Diallo didn't have a bad game as well for the time that he was on. Would you like to see Fulham first game of the season on Friday night under the lights at Old Trafford? Would you like to see Diallo and also Garnacho starting on those wings?
I think Garnacho, yeah. Diallo, I think he's still young, so he's sort of inexperienced. He needs to come on a little bit longer. But yeah, I think Rashford done enough to possibly get a place. But yeah, get it down them wings, do well, yeah.
What you saw today, do you think that Manchester United could actually be a team to fear in the Premier League this season?
I'd like to say yes, but I think being realistic, top 4, if we can get top 4, it'll be good, yeah. Definitely.
You mentioned Marcus Rashford there just a couple of seconds ago. He had to bury that one-on-one, didn't he?
Yeah, ideally, yeah. I think his confidence has still been hit. He's still not got back to where he was. I think if he gets a few goals under his belt, I think he'll start to lift again.
Are you backing him to bounce back?
Well, because he stayed, I think he needs to, doesn't he? Ultimately, he's got to bounce back. But yeah, I think he's got the ability. He's just got to believe in himself again, and I think he can get back to where he was. Yeah.
Just before the game, it was announced, or reportedly, that Matthijs de Ligt has agreed to join Manchester United from Bayern Munich. Do you think that's the final piece of the puzzle for Manchester United's defence going into the new season?
I think there's still, with Luke Shaw, obviously a little bit hit and miss. I think he needs to obviously show his fitness. But yeah, centre-back wise, I think we've got now quite a good selection of centre-backs. But wings on the right and left back, I think we're still a little bit short. It showed today, obviously right back, obviously Palestri having to go there. not ideal for a right back.
But still, Lisandro Martinez still had a good game when he had to cover at left back as well.
Yeah, but that's, well, yes, he did, but you sort of saw the signs where he wasn't probably good enough to be a left back. He is a centre back ultimately. So yeah, I think we're still short at the back on the wings, but in the centre we're good. Yeah.
Right, mate. You may have lost on penalties, but surely there's some positives to take away from that 90 minutes, no?
I mean, yeah, so when the link-up play in the box especially was pretty good. I mean, the first 10-15 minutes, I was like, we're in for a long haul here, but no. Positives. I'm not sure why Ahmed was brought off. To be honest, he was electric.
He's one of the best players, wasn't he?
He was electric, honestly, when he was playing. And like we missed a good few sitters. Like Rashford should have scored that goal.
He should have buried that, shouldn't he? What message have you got for Rashford? I'm speaking to a few people. Do you think he can bounce back from the season that he had last?
Rashford gets a lot of stick. Like, I mean, he's one of the most hated players in the world for no reason. Like, I mean, just, you know, when you play for Man United, that's what you have to put up with, I suppose. But yeah, like during pre-season, he's been sharp. He's been electric. Any real United fan knows he's going to bounce back this season. So yeah.
So you mentioned about the positivities there. Going into the new season, do you reckon there's going to be that fire in the belly from Erik ten Hag and also the players as well? Are the heads going to drop that badly from losing in the Community Shield?
Oh, no, not a chance. I mean, Community Shield, like penalty shootout, we didn't lose. It was just a penalty shootout. It was 1-1. Let's get that right. I mean, like, we drew that game, and to be honest, we deserved to win, if anything. I mean, maybe a bit debatable, but the second half, I thought we were more electric, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah.
I want to speak to you about the wingers quickly, obviously going into the new season. Would you like to see Diallo and also Garnacho starting with Rashford potentially playing down the middle with Højlund out, or would you like to see Xerxes coming in?
So, yeah, that's a good one. So Friday I want to see Xerxes starting, Ahmed on the right, Rashford on the left. But then, yeah, Garnacho's going to be left out. That's harsh.
Do you think Garnacho is that perfect impact sub then?
He's actually better off the bench, to be honest, but Rashford, he has to put in some. I know I just praised him, but if he doesn't start performing, Garnacho is going to be there left wing straight away. I mean, yeah. But Ahmad deserves to start on Friday, 100%.
One of the people I was just speaking to over there was mentioning the back line and was slagging off both Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans. Do you think that Matthijs de Ligt has reported that he's agreed to join Manchester United from Bayern Munich? Is he going to add that stability in the back line?
To be honest, stability of the backline for me doesn't come from the back. It's the midfield. We need another midfielder there. Casemiro's good, but sometimes he gets overrun a small bit. But De Ligt and Martinez, United! De Ligt and Martinez is one of the best centre-back partnerships in the league, 100%. But Mazraoui right back, Dalot left back, Shaw. Yeah, I mean the back four, but in front of that midfield.
It could be a nice problem to have because I don't think Martinez did a bad role on the left back when he was there. So if you can if you can rotate between the left backs, if you're going to have Martinez there, Luke Shaw there as well, and Darlow if you need to, it's quite a nice problem, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I was kind of devastated when Harry Amass didn't start today. Like, I'm not sure why Lisandro got pushed to left back today. Like, that's the first time he's ever played left back for United. I was like confused, to be honest. It should have been Lisandro, Maguire, and Amass. But but Sander Berge has been rumoured to come in. I think he could add a bit of stability next to Kobbie Mainoo because Casemiro's legs are kind of going a small bit, but he's still up.
Yeah, Sanderberg can be that box to box that you probably need.
Yeah, no, like Casemiro was great today, but sometimes he just gets beaten a bit too many times, and our midfield's a bit too open. I don't know, but yeah.
Last one for me, mate. Where are you finishing this season?
Fifth. Fifth. I'm a realist.
Actually, there is quite a few. I think we guys had a good fight in that match. A little bit of disappointment from Rashford, a couple of sitters that he missed, but it's looking good. If we get our couple of players back, a couple of new signings in, we might stand a chance to finish in the top half of the season.
Do you think Ten Hag should have taken off Rashford earlier than he did?
I think he should. I think he should have brought on another attacking player, maybe another forward, and maybe change it up a bit, but is what it is. I think
you had Xerxes on the bench. He didn't even get used, so you could have just changed it up, taken Rashford's position, put Xerxes into the number 9 role.
And have someone like a focal point in front, a target man to maybe just get another goal in there and finish the game off. We were unlucky to concede the goal, I think, because I don't know why he had Palestri playing in the right back, but other than that, I think it was a good performance. So
Are you positive for the upcoming season off the back of what you've seen? You lose on penalties, but still for the majority of the game, I think you controlled it. So when you look at the season, even though it's 38 games long, do you feel that Manchester United are going to get a bit of momentum and inspiration off of that performance?
I think they should take a lot of positives out of that game, and I think the season is looking good. It looks like the teams look very promising, so I'm looking forward to it as a fan personally. So
let's talk about the wingers quickly. Last question from me. Diallo and also Garnacho. Would you like to see them start and be the main wingers for this season?
actually, I would like to see Diallo start on the right, is it? And Garnacho on the left, because for me Rashford just wasn't pulling his weight today in that match. So I would think Diallo on the right, Garnacho on the left, and
You said a lot about Marcus Rashford. Of course, we've got a couple of weeks to go in the transfer window. Would you like to cash in on Marcus Rashford this summer and make money off of him?
I mean, if the right money comes, I think he should go. I think if we get the right money for him, then by all means cash in.